Parker, Colorado, a small town I did a video on about a month ago. I wanted to revisit that one on reasons not, I repeat, not to move to Parker, Colorado. Stay tuned. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Living in Aurora. Jason Morris here with EXP. My weekly updates today focus on one of the small towns I've done a video on before. Again, back about a month or so ago on Parker, Colorado. Pros and cons. Today, digging into why not, I repeat, not to move to Parker. Here's the top reasons. One, it used to be a nice small town, had that main street I talked about before, had nice events around it. But Parker has grown immensely in the past 10 or so years, even more so since COVID. The influx of people has been immense. They can't build houses fast enough. Traffic has gotten horrendous. But it's not a small town anymore. That was one of the big draws, is that Parker was still close, suburb of Denver, um, close to town. You could get to where you wanted to go, but had that small town feeling. Not anymore. Um, Again, it has grown immensely. The borders have grown, building everywhere. With that is the affordability isn't there like in a small town you'd suspect. You can get a little bit more for your money. Not the case. Again, really exploded with COVID and the big move. A lot of people moved here, and Parker was one of the landing places. Prices excelled 20% a year for those 2 years, um, which is huge, and it really affected the affordability around Parker. Um, and then I have a couple clients actually that are moving out of there for these two reasons. It's not a small town anymore, and the affordability has just gone through the roof. They're building one neighborhood actually at the entrance. You would think an entrance to a neighborhood is just that you just see some homes. Well, they're starting to put little strip malls at the entrance of some neighborhoods, which brings a different clientele, a little closer to your home than you probably thought when you moved to a small town that you'd have some space. Um, so those are two of the biggest reasons. Um, Again, if you're looking for a small town, Parker's not it. If you're looking for what small town brings affordability, Parker's not it. Um, Also, something that has recently come up again, out of COVID, which we all were impacted by, the Douglas County Schools, which serves all of Parker and Castle Pines, Highlands Ranch, uh, Castle Rock. It's a huge county, pretty big school district. They've had some revenue problems. They're not paying their teachers as well, which a lot of teachers aren't paid well, but a lot of good teachers are leaving Douglas County Schools. So that's something you definitely want to look into if you're considering Douglas County at all. Are there schools? The schools rating teachers? Have the teachers left? How many have left? How recently have they left? This is, if you have kids, something of concern. They do have some measures out coming up on this election cycle to try to get some more revenue, pass some bonds to help support those schools and teachers, get teachers paid how they should be paid. But it's a little more extreme in Douglas County as far as teachers' pay and getting them paid. So definitely something to consider. Um, Again, if you have kids, you may want to look elsewhere. But that's my number three big reason to avoid Parker. And the last big reason, if you are living there, you've run into this, I'm sure, if you've had to do some updates to your home, wanted to do a permit, if you've moved a business into the area, if you have to build a building, Parker, the town of Parker, their city council, their approving zoning, all of that is slow as molasses. Again, something to be aware of. It takes forever to get something changed, get something approved, get some feedback on even as to how to go about doing something. If you're, finishing your basement, you want to get permitted, which I highly suggest. It's a process to go through the town of Parker and to get some responses. They are notoriously slow. I've been that way. Several businesses have tried to get buildings built and occupancies and permits done, and they've had to delay their openings because they just can't get the town of Parker and their council to move on these things. There's a real nice retirement community that's going in, assisted living facility that has continued to have to push back their opening because they can't get what they need through the city and their council and their board and approvals and all that fun stuff. I have a client that is opening up a business in a building, rented the space, and it's now 4 months and to get the occupancy change, which is a very simple thing. They're going back to what used to be in the building. So, it should have taken 30 days at the most, going on 4 months. So definitely something to be aware of. Again, if you're not looking to make changes, not looking for permits, obviously it won't impact you. But I like to highlight things to watch out for so you're not surprised when you go there. So of my top reasons not to move there, it's not a small Parker, Colorado is not a small town anymore like it used to be. So if you're looking for that small town feel, they still have Main Street, they still do the community events, but it's not the small town it used to be. With that, is the affordability isn't there like it used to be. While they have homes all over the price ranges, you're not getting what you used to be able to get there. So again, want you to make sure you go in with your eyes wide open. The schools, a lot of good teachers have left because they're not paying them like they are in some other school districts. We have other districts that have issues as well, but it's a definite issue in Douglas County. They have bills out there to pass to try to fund some more directly to the teachers. So again, something to be aware of. And any type of building you need to do permitting, occupancy with your home or business, I would recommend staying clear of Parker because they are slow, or at least build that time frame into your plans. So again, you're not surprised. I'm here to make sure you go into everything eyes wide open. I hate surprises. Don't try to avoid that at all costs with my clients. So I'm here to help out there however you need it. If you have any questions on Parker, Aurora, of course, I've done a video on Greenwood Village. I'll have some more coming out of other towns in the Denver metro area here, the Front Range. I'm here to help however you need it. Again, Jason, eXp Realty, have a great week.